So the Indiana Fever, they said no. They just said no. They were like, you know what, Justine Pissott. It's, you know, the meme where it's like, does anyone want me? And it's like, yeah, no. They just don't want her. The Indiana Fever just said, you know what? This is a player that showed enough promise that Becky Hammon wanted her. And you've got people being like, oh, you know, she's clearly not that good if the Indiana Fever don't want to keep her. And I'm like, I mean this when I say this. There is 100 times better coach and organization than the Fever that really do want her. And this is it, where it's like, we want to lock Justine in. She's a bit of a unicorn. She led the SEC in 3-point shooting. She's 6'4". She still has growth areas all rookie do. We really want to see what we can do. And it says at the end here, it gives us more control over her destiny. You had no control over her destiny. You didn't want her. You had zero control. You folded at the first sign of any pressure. The first sign of pressure. Like, you fucking let her go. But yeah, it's a pity. It is a pity, but shout out to Justine Pissott. I'm going to rant at some stage about the Indiana Fever. That's not going to be this video. That will be next video, maybe a video after that. But at some stage, I'm going to lose my damn mind about the Indiana Fever. And it's not going to be today. Or sorry, it's not going to be this video. But shout out to Justine Pissott. I think that's the first thing we need to say is that, look, I do believe that Justine Pissott, if she'd been given a chance, is on a regular roster right now. I think if a team signed Justine Pissott, or a good team had Justine Pissott, drafted Justine Pissott, and a competent organization drafted Justine Pissott, I think she gets a chance. You're being like, oh yeah, it's negligible for the Fever this year. Doesn't make any difference. That's not the point. The point is the Fever aren't winning this year, and Justine Pissott is a piece that might help them win in the future. Like, it's not, we can't think short term with a team that's not a contender in the short term. But Justine Pissott was a player that you would have thought was going to be something. For the Aces, do I think she's going to have much of an impact for the Aces this year? Do I think she's going to be in the rotation immediately? No. I don't think she will be. But, like, you're looking at what Kirsten Bell does. She has significantly higher upside than Kirsten Bell. And if you're the Aces, you need people that can play on cheap contracts. Like, they need players on cheap contracts. And that is basically what the Aces got from Justine Pissott. So next year, they can't really afford Nalissa Smith. Kirsten Bell's gone. They basically need somebody on a second round pick contract that is like, that's going to be a positive player. And to be a positive player for the Aces, you need to hit open jump shots. They need an Aaliyah Nye level player. Aaliyah Nye is not very good. But they need somebody that can go out there and hit open shots and can have something. Like, we all saw that Nalissa Smith has now suddenly looked like a competent defender beside AJ Wilson. Because basically, Nalissa Smith guards the other team's best player. She'll get cooked by said player, but then AJ Wilson is the help side defender. She is probably the best help side defender in the league outside of maybe Ezi Magbagor, who hasn't really been healthy. Like, that's one of those things where if we're being real here, she's going to be that type of a defender. Is like, she's still long. She can still contest shots. She's going to get burned every time, by the way. She's going to get burned by everyone. Let's not get twisted. This year, she's going to burn by everybody. But she's then got AJ Wilson. I think she's going to be much better for the Aces than she would have been for the Fever. I hate to say this, but I think she's going to be much, much better for the Las Vegas Aces than she would have been for the Indiana Fever had she been a full contract player. But look, it is what it is. I got to be honest, it is what it is. And the Indiana Fever, this is one of those things where it's like, I'm going to be real. On a human level for Justine Pissott, this is a much better move. You're in a much better fit. You're in a much better situation. You're going to play. You're making a lot more money. Like Justine Pissott, instead of making $700K a week, just made $150K. They made $150K. Like, we got to be real here. She's made a hell of a lot of money. She has made a hell of a lot of money here, and it's massively helpful for her. Not only her season, her professional basketball career, because again, if you're making $200K a year, you never have to worry about another job. You can be that pro basketball player. That can be your job, and you know you have a spot in the league. And I do just think for the Aces, she is one of those players that is going to be fantastic for them. I think Becky Hammon is going to get the better out of her. I think she's going to play minutes as a stretch four. I think she's going to play some of Alyssa Smith's minutes. I think she's going to, especially against a team like the Indiana Fever, I think she's going to play some decent minutes against the Indiana Fever in a couple of days. Look, I don't think she's going to average more than 3 or 4 points a game. But, like, it would not surprise me to see Justine Pissott be in the rotation come playoffs. Because we've seen what a Kate Martin and stuff can do. Like, if you have one specific skill, if you're able to shoot the ball, like, the Aces are going to... the Aces can use you. So, look, I hate it. I think the Indiana Fever are unserious. I hate this for the Fever. For Pissott, on a human level, this is the single best thing that could have happened to her. It's the best thing that could have happened to her career. Because, as well, her rookie scale deal doesn't start next year. She's now 1 year into her rookie scale deal. So she only has 3 more years left till free agency. So assuming she sticks in the league more than 4 years, she doesn't have to wait till year 6 to get paid like an unrestricted free agent. She can get paid like a UFA in year 5, which is a really big one. And also this allows her to, because she's making decent money, and if she does well for the Aces, like if I'm her, the place that I would really want to go to if I'm her in the off season is I'd want to go to Spain. I'd obviously get some sort of a deal where your contract is up after EuroLeague ball. Obviously, you kind of have to do that. But I wouldn't mind going into Spain to kind of replace Leo Fibish at Valencia. Like, you're not the defender that she is, but like offensively, that's maybe kind of a role that you can hope to fill. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. See you guys.